Guys, so today I thought we would do something a little more fun. I've been getting some DMs saying that you guys are loving my more budgeting and career videos, but you also like my kind of fun lifestyle kind of content. So I figured I'd mix it up, just so my channel's not too serious. It kind of can hit everybody. We don't like to hear about budgeting every 5 minutes. I will have a budgeting video coming out on Sunday though. So make sure you take a look at that one and let me know if you learned anything from it. We're all in this together. Let's save as much money as we can, right? And so today's video, as you can see by the title below, I'm going to be going over and giving some of my advice on the relationship section of Reddit. I saw somebody do something to do with this kind of, a YouTuber I watch is like their advice kind of column with people that send in situations that they're in. But we do not have a big enough of a Jessica Sparks family following yet. So I figured it might be a fun and exciting idea to do Reddit ones just because they seem to be all over the place. So I'm just gonna read some here off my iPad and then let's go into it. If you guys have any advice on the questions that I'm seeing or reading here, make sure you leave it below, or if you disagree with me, leave it below. You agree with me, leave it below. A lot of these that I picked out are kind of very relatable to a lot of people. I didn't do any of those crazy ones. Like I saw one where it was like, my brother said that he was attracted to me. Like, I'm not touching that subject. So I would just go into the more common situations, as I figured that would be the most helpful. So let's jump right in. The first one here. I broke up with my boyfriend today because he complimented a coworker. This happens all the time, especially with men. Men don't seem to know what respect is or their limits. People handle things differently. I know for a lot of different girls, hearing their boyfriend, their husband, whatever, compliment another girl is a huge trigger for them. A lot of girls are very jealous. A lot of them have reason to be. Some of them just overreact. I guess it depends on the situation. For me, I would personally be annoyed. I don't want to hear you complimenting another woman. I've never been that kind of a person. I'd prefer not to. Same as me. I'm not going to openly compliment other men around you. For me, it's just a respect thing. It's not necessarily jealousy. It's more of the respect of being with your partner. Plus, when I'm in love with somebody or in a relationship with somebody, my eyes are all on them. I don't even really find other people attractive or look anywhere else. I've never been that type of person. That's part of why I don't understand the whole concept of cheating at all. But I guess it would depend on what the compliment was, what your relationship status is, how you guys deal with things. For me, that would be a big no-no, a red flag, and I would discuss it, be like, hey, this is not what we do. I don't like this. If that's how you feel, we need to break up. Simple as that. There's a billion men in the world. You don't need to be with this guy. Second, my girlfriend cheated on me while drunk. Being drunk seems to be such a common excuse for people doing horrible things. I have never been so drunk to the point where just things are happening and I'm not aware. Like, people always say, oh, I was so drunk, I cheated or I did. When you're drunk, you're more willing to do things. I'll say that. Like, when you drink, you have more confidence, you're more willing to be like open and a party person and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily saying sexual. I'm just saying you're more open to do things. You're free. So I understand that, but blaming cheating on being drunk is just a pathetic, immature excuse because you can't man up to what you did, or woman up to what she did. So I would leave. There's no, what are you gonna do, right? There's no coming back with that. What was she? Is she gonna stop drinking forever? You know what I mean? It's not valued. It's not a valuable excuse. I would be gone. Next one. Online boyfriend of 9 months just told me he actually has a long-term partner in real life. You have been with this man for 9 months and you haven't met him or anything, especially online now. There's so much research you can do on people. Well, it's not really advice for that one. He has somebody, I guess, break up. message the girl, maybe let her know what he's doing. I don't know. It depends on the situation. Me, I just like to cut ties and go away. That's it. Like, numbers blocked, moved on. Anytime I see red flags like that, it's not even a discussion. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. What am I going to do with that, right? My boyfriend prefers white women. I'm mixed. He told his friends I was white. Huge red flag. I'm mixed. I'm black and white, but I'm obviously very white skinned. I have different features. A lot of people think I'm Asian, but I'm mixed. If anyone asks me what I am, I'm mixed. I never say I'm white or I'm black, or, you know what I mean? Because I look so mixed anyways. The issue is more, what am I mixed with? But the fact that preferring white women to me is not a huge deal depending on how it's handled. Everyone can have their preferences, right? Like, I prefer tall guys, or sure, race to me is still a bit sticky. But him telling your friends that you're white and not even admitting what your race is, to me, is a red flag. I would leave, because you're mixed, and you realize that mixed people having kids, your kids can turn out darker, right? Or lighter, or like, you're mixed. I have cousins that are way darker than me that look 100% black. I have cousins that look native. I have me, I look like I'm mixed with Asian. Like, and we're all the exact same black and white race with it's, so for me, that would just be, he's not okay with you as a person. Goodbye. Like, I don't understand why somebody would have an issue, or why somebody would be saying that you're something that you're not to begin with. The fact that he's saying you're white must mean that you look mixed enough for it to be a discussion. Otherwise, why would it matter? Well, it doesn't matter anyways. I'm not racist, so to me it doesn't matter. I'm also two races, so I've grown up in a household with black and white, and it was never a thing for my family. You know what I mean? You don't judge people based on color, or date people based on color, or hire people based on color. It's you're born how you're born. So that one would be a huge red flag for me, because it's not something you could change, not something you should change anyways. It's awesome being mixed. But if he's not okay with your race, your being, bye. Go find a white girl then. Girlfriend is planning on staying the night at her old friends with benefits house after a party. Should I be worried? Why is this a question? Who would do that? No, break up with her. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. Break up with her. My girlfriend wants to get engaged because her friends are, but I'm not ready. This is a huge one, because a lot of people pressure their partners to get engaged or to move forward because of the people around them, and that's understandable. You know, we've all been there. This is more of a communication thing. You need to be open and discuss, why aren't you ready? Because also it depends on your age, and it depends on how long you've been together. If you're in your 20s, 30s, you guys have been together for 5 years and it's still not happening, 100%, she has every right to be like, are we doing this or not? You know what I mean? Because at a certain point, that's what she wants. You know what I mean? That's the normal rotation of things. So if it's not happening, why? If you guys are teenagers, I wouldn't worry about it. If it's been not that long, I wouldn't worry about it. And a main thing for that one too is, do not base your relationship off of others. There are tons and tons and tons of engaged people, married people, people with kids that are not happy. That does not mean anything. You could be way happier, way better at communicating, way better relationship being boyfriend and girlfriend, or fiance, whatever, than these other people. The status of your relationship doesn't necessarily dictate how good you guys are together. I understand not wanting to just be someone's girlfriend for the rest of your life. I understand that. But do not pressure, or do not try and copy or be at the same pace as your friends. Because like I said, just because your friends are married doesn't mean that they're any better off than you are. It just means they have a piece of paper. You and your boyfriend could have a better relationship than they do. They just have the paper. That doesn't really mean anything in terms of quality of a relationship. So just keep that in mind, because sometimes too much pressure also makes things end, right? If you're not happy and you're constantly feel like you're not doing enough, or say he can't afford a ring right now and you're constantly pressuring him like he's not doing enough, he's not good enough, eventually that will affect your relationship. My boyfriend wants nudes, but I am not comfortable sending any. Then don't. It's your body. So many things can happen with somebody's nudes, you know what I mean? There's so many stories of, you know, people breaking up and them sending it or posting it. I don't, especially if you're not comfortable. No. And if he's pressuring you, even though he knows you're not uncomfortable, you need to break up with him, because that's not okay. If somebody's pressuring you, because they have that in movies or even just in real life a lot. You know, oh, if you love me, you'll do this. If you love me, you will not make me do something I'm not uncomfortable with. You never will have to prove your love like that to someone that truly cares about you. Remember that. It may seem like it especially when you're younger, and like they're your world, and oh, I want to do everything to have a boyfriend, and he says he loves. If he's pressuring you to do something and he knows that you're not ready for it or you don't want it, and he's making you feel like you don't care about him or you don't love him enough because you're not doing that, then you need to run. That is a giant red flag. And all that's going to happen is he will control you the rest of the relationship, because he'll see that all he needs to do is complain or say that you don't love me enough, and then you'll do what he says. Starts with nudes and continues. I would run. Okay, we'll do one more here. My boyfriend dumped me 4 days ago, and I'm having a hard time dealing with it. Breakups are hard. Breakups suck, especially if it's not what you wanted. I 100% understand that. Honestly, there's no advice for it. Time is the only thing that will fix it. And I know that sounds cheesy, and old people say that all the time, but it's true. At a certain point in the near future, you will wake up and not be thinking about him and go on with your day, and then you'll not think about it more and not think about it more, and then you'll meet somebody new and it will be a thing in the past. Right now, I know it hurts. I've been through breakups. I get it. It hurts, and you're crying, and you think you can't necessarily go on to a certain extent, and you'll never find anyone, and blah. That's just how you feel now. Give yourself time. I promise you will be over it. It stings right now. The only thing that could fix it is time. You know, try doing things that make you happy. Like go to the movie. Well, right now it's COVID, you can't. But do things that make you happy and distract you. If you have a good friend base, you know, go see them, hang out with them, don't sit there and just vent all the time about him and bring him up and bring him up and bring him up. You need to get him out of your mind. So just do things that make you happy, and then give it time. After a certain amount of time, he will be a thing of a past, and you will have moved on. And that's all that you can really do with breakups, unfortunately, is just wait it out. But yeah, that was a good little one there. Just some advice pieces from Reddit. Reddit seems to be an interesting website. I go there sometimes just to read what people are saying. And it's always hilarious. And some of these, like the relationship ones, are relatable. A lot of those I've experienced or had friends experience. So I thought I would pick those ones so that everybody can relate and offer advice below on any of the topics. You know, it doesn't hurt to help a fellow girl out. So yeah, if you have any other advice or if you have any questions for me and you want my take on it, just leave them below or send me a DM. Follow me, msjessicasparks, on Instagram, and I will make sure I check it and get back to you. We can, you know, solve all the world's problems together. But yeah, like I said, on Sunday, I'll be posting another budgeting video, so be sure to check that one out. Until then, bye guys.